Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Lindsay and I bring you content on clean beauty and skincare. If you're not already subscribed, I'd love to have you. Today's video, we're doing round 2 of clean beauty at Target. You guys seem to love that other video, so I asked you if you wanted a part 2 and a lot of you said yes. So here we are doing round 2 of Target Clean Beauty. Almost everything is new except for 1 or 2 products that I couldn't really find replacements for. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you do like it at any point, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. So if you want to see how I got this look right here, then keep watching. Great, let's get right into it. I actually have 2 new skincare products here to share with you. So I tried to change almost everything up in this video so it's not identical to my other video. I have a lot of new products here, and these skincare products are one of them. This is a new brand to Target in general. It's called Grace and Tonic. It's like a clean skincare company. So I have their eye serum here, and I also have this moisture cream, which I've been loving. I'm just gonna start with the eye serum. It just comes in this little roller ball. I like how cooling these are, like under your eyes. I'm just gonna pat that in. And I'm gonna put some of this cream on. It's really cute. It's pink and it smells like, I don't even know what, but it's really nice. It has a bit of a thicker consistency, but I don't feel like it feels too heavy, and it sinks in nicely and does work well on your makeup. I'm also just gonna pop a little bit of this Honest Beauty Magic Balm Stick on the highest points of my face. It's kind of just like a highlighting stick. It's not too dramatic though, so you can really lap it all over and it doesn't look too crazy. You also just use this on like a no makeup type of day, or even just as like a primer. I know Honest Beauty has some makeup primers. I haven't tried them. If you guys have, let me know what you think of them, but kind of just putting this cheekbones, nose, Cupid's bow. Okay, since our foundation is a powder foundation, I'm gonna go in with my concealer first. I didn't pick up a new concealer. I'm just gonna use the Pacifica one. There wasn't really any others that caught my eye. I know like the Well People one that comes in a tube, but I was like, we'll just reuse the Pacifica one. I like it. It's more affordable. And just gonna slap this on sort of any areas I know I want some extra coverage. I have the shade 20 NF, by the way. I'm just taking trusty old sponge here to blend that out. So I think I said this in my other video, but the old Target where I used to live didn't carry any clean beauty besides Honest Beauty, and it was like a very limited amount of products. But the new Target that's by me now is like just the best. They have like a huge section. They have Zuzu Luxe, they have Well People, they have like a couple other brands I've never even heard of. They have a huge area of Pacifica makeup, which is awesome, and it's just like a wonderland in there. Now just to set my under eyes, I'm going in with the Well People bio-based baked brightener. I do like the loose version of this one better, but they do not sell that at Target. This one's nice for all over the face. I just feel like it's a little, it's not really shimmery, but I feel like it just doesn't set my under eyes well enough. I feel like I need something that's a little bit more matte to really lock in my concealer. But if you want something lighter and glowier, then you probably like this. Also just gonna do a light layer of this all over my face before the powder foundation, just so it doesn't like get streaky or cling to like any of the moisturizer that I put on. You know what? I do actually have this Honest Beauty Invisible Blurring Loose Powder, which is super matte. I'm gonna put this under my eyes because I feel like the Well People powder is really just not setting my concealer how I want it to. So I'm just taking a little bit of this and setting my under eyes. Now for our foundation, I picked up the Zuzu Luxe Dual Powder Foundation in the shade D17. So I do remember using this foundation. It's either this or the Gabrielle formula, which they make Zuzu Luxe, but I think they're 2 different formulas because I don't know. I feel like I tried both of them and I liked one better than the other, but I don't remember which one it was. This was the only one they had. I also mentioned that like for their Target line, they have different packaging, which I don't like. I like when it comes in a compact and you can refill it. I don't think you can refill this one, which kind of sucks, but it's whatever. So anyway, I'm just gonna grab a brush here. I just have this one from Elf I got in like a holiday set, and I'm gonna put this on. I know a lot of people when they put powder foundation on, they like buff it in. Like Bare Minerals has that whole thing where like you're supposed to buff it in. But for me, I find that when I like stamp it in like this at first, it just gives me more even coverage. And then I can go in and like buff smaller areas. But for me, I think it just gets the most amount of coverage on without having to like sit here forever. Wow, that looks really good. Without having to sit here forever and just like blend, blend, blend. You know what I'm saying? Okay, wow. For how quick that was, this gave me such good coverage. I was expecting it to like cling weird to my nose because you know how powder foundations can kind of just sit weird on your nose, but it just looks like really beautiful. I am really loving this, guys. I feel like with a lot of powder foundations, I kind of have to sit here forever and build up the coverage, but with like 2 layers, that gave me pretty full coverage, which is what I prefer on my face. And I feel like I didn't like cake on a lot of product, which is usually what makes a powder foundation kind of wear badly on your skin. So far, definitely impressed with this Zuzu Luxe foundation. This is on the pricier side, but so far I'm loving it. Another thing to note is that this does have a very, very slight sheen to it, but I noticed on my skin that's what makes it not look like a powder. It's not a really shimmery powder foundation where it just accentuates everything. It just looks so beautiful. I'm actually just gonna zoom you guys in just how you can see like how this is looking on my skin, because I'm really honestly very impressed with it. Okay, so here's what the foundation looks up close. I don't know if you could tell. I think it looks really good. Let me know in the comments if you think it looks good. I think it does. We're on the right track here. Next up for bronzer is something I'm super excited about and I've been testing out already, and I already know that it's really good. This is the Pacifica Lighten Radiance Powders. It has a matte blush, a matte bronzer, and then 2 highlight shades. I'm gonna dip into this bronzer. It's called Desert Matte. This powder is super soft. If you can see, it's on the warmer side, but I actually like that for like the summertime. I don't think it's too red. It just has the perfect undertone where it doesn't look too fake. And then we have the blush here, which again is like a really soft sort of just blendable formula. And then we have the 2 highlighters. So the top one, Rose Gold, would not work on me as a highlighter just because it's too dark, but the other one, oh, it's on this finger, but the other one is light enough and it's super soft. But anyway, so I'm just gonna go ahead and grab this bronzer on a Luxie angled brush. Okay guys, this brush, Luxie 504 large angled, this is probably the oldest brush I have, and it like doesn't look like it's ever been used. Like it's maintained, like it's bristles so well. That's why I love Luxie. Like they just make some really freaking good quality brushes. I got this in like a BoxyCharm or like one of those types of like subscription boxes. Like it must have been years ago. Isn't that bronzer so pretty? It's so like easy to apply. Also with these bronzers, I mean all these powders, if you smell them hard enough, they do have a really light fruity scent, but I don't notice it like on my face. It's only if I like smell the powders I'm like, oh, that smells good. But it's not too fragrant that it's like you smell like cherries going on your face or anything like that. I'm really bronzing it up today. Okay, I'm like obsessed with how our base is looking so far. Just to like do a little bit of highlighting like with a powder, I'm going to use the neutral mattifier from Pacifica in the shade 1, which is just a bit lighter than like my foundation. So I'm just going to take that very lightly anywhere I want, just some more light. I'm going to pop that right there too. A little bit right under that bronzer, not too much though, just to sort of define things a bit more. Okay, yes, we are feeling this makeup. Next for blush, I'm actually going to use 2 different ones. Let me get it out. I have the Honest Beauty Pink Rose Cream Cheek Blush here. Cream Cheek Blush? Yeah, that's what it's called. That's the shade right here. It's a really nice, sort of just like a true pink, really gorgeous shade. And I'm just going to take this, and I think I showed you guys this trick before, but I sort of like squeeze the sponge so it's really round. And then it gives you a nice shape to put cream blush on. Wow, that was really pretty. We are getting a lot of hits today, guys. It is a good day in Target clean beauty world. We are feeling it. That was really pigmented. Usually with like cream blush I have to go in again, but it sat really nicely over the powders as well, which is like my number one criteria for cream blush, since I always set my makeup, like if it doesn't go over powder, I ain't for it. Okay, and then just to sort of set that, I'm going to take the Sunset Matte Blush from the Pacifica palette and just go over that lightly. Just give us a little bit more of a flush. Now for a highlight, I'm going to use the lighter highlight shade called Glimmer. I really love this highlight because it's not chunky at all. It's a super soft powder, just like all of these. And it just gives a really natural sheen. So if you're not like a huge highlighter person and just want something really soft, this would be beautiful. It just applies really nicely. Okay, so that's everything I had for the face. I did not pick up any brow products just because nothing was really interesting me. It was sort of just like those pencil eyeliners, like pencil brow liners, which I don't like. I like retractable ones. And there's just like not a lot of shades to choose from either. So I'm just gonna go ahead and set my face and do my brows off camera, and then we'll be back for the eye portion. So to set my face, I'm gonna use the Pixie Glow Mist. I'm just gonna shake this in mist. This genuinely makes your makeup super glowy. If you want like glowy makeup, this is a good mist to try out. If you spray too much, which I often do, it can kind of like stick to cream blush, which my solution for that is just take your sponge, and then you could even do this all over your face if you want to mold your products together, especially if you're doing like a powder foundation like I did today. It just like warms up with your skin and it just looks like so good. Okay, I didn't really feel like doing anything crazy for brows, so I just did a brow gel for some bushy brows. Now let me go ahead, I will zoom you guys in and we will get started on the eye look I have planned. Okay, now that you are very close to my face, for eyeshadow I didn't really find anything that interested me. Like the colors were honestly just like boring, or they seem like I have like 4 palettes like that in my collection. So I'm just gonna go ahead and use the Honest Beauty palette that I showed in the last Target Clean Beauty video. And let me think about, I'm gonna take this matte brown. This is like one of the only shades I ever use in this palette. Should we do a purple? Heck, we're gonna do a purple look today. Well, everything I planned right out the window. I'm just gonna start with this matte purple shade. I don't think I've really used this much, so it'll be fun to sort of try out these other shades. So I'm just gonna take this and sort of use it as a transition shade in my crease here. I like never wear purple eyeshadow because I feel like it just doesn't suit my skin tone really. Like cool tones in general, I'm just like, such a warm tone girl. Next, I'm just taking the matte brown in the corner there, and I'm just putting that in my crease and blending it with the purple tone we put down. I'm just gonna go in with that same, that's the wrong shade. I'm just gonna go in with that same purple shade I used on in my crease as the transition shade and put that on my bottom lash line. These shadows are actually really freaking pigmented for the price. I'm like really impressed with this palette. It's probably one of my most used clean palettes as well. Really nice array of like, you get some purple tones and also some warm tones, and I like how they give you the white and the black that are matte, which are like perfect for highlighting the brow bone or doing liner. Before we move on to the lid, I'm just gonna take that matte cream shade and highlight my brow bone really quick. I feel like I want to define my crease a little bit more, so I'm taking the deepest matte brown. I'm going to keep that really nice and tight to the outer V of my eye. Next, to clean up the edges, I'm going to dip back into my powder foundation on a more precise brush, and then sort of just sharpen up that eye shape. Okay, let's move on to the lid. I have this palette by Pixi. This is their Reflex Light Shadow Palette, which this specific palette happens to be talc free. Not all of their eyeshadows are talc free, so if you're looking at them, just check their ingredients. But I don't see any talc, just mica. So this is really gorgeous. It's all metallic shades. So pretty. So I think, what are we gonna do here? So I'm going to take this shade right here, which is like a rose, deeper rose gold type of metallic. I'm just gonna start packing that on my lid. That is really pretty. You know, I think these actually work better with a finger, so I'm just gonna take my finger and pat it on. I feel like some metallics, because they're just like, there's a lot of pigment there, that when you use your finger, the warmth kind of just helps to spread it and sort of adhere to your eye better. I think when you use a brush, you can kind of flake off in a weird way. Now that we have that laid down, I actually have another Pixi Fairy Lights here to use because I like the last one so much. This is their rose gold shade. I used the blue one in my blue summer glam video if you guys haven't seen that. But this one's really pretty. I'm gonna take this again, like I did in that other look, sort of just to the center of the lid to bring some light and shimmer and glam there. I'm just gonna use the applicator for this look, but I'm gonna use it vertically. I actually changed my mind and I'm just gonna put this all over my lid actually, because it's just so pretty. So I went ahead and did some finishing touches. I just did an inner corner highlight using the Honest Beauty matte cream shade. And I took these same liquid fairy lights just on this part of my eye for a little bit of pop. Next, I actually have an eyeliner I've never tried before. I've had this for a while. This is the Well People Expressionist Liquid Eyeliner in the shade Black. Oh, this is so tiny. I did not think it was going to be that tiny. Okay, so it has like this felt tip liner, which I'm honestly not used to. I'm used to a brush tip, but it seems precise enough. See if I can pull off a little wing liner action. Wish me luck. Okay, so that eyeliner was definitely an experience. It was way stiffer than something I'm used to using because of that felt tip. I also found it really hard to get a thin line. It kind of just, like, this is way thicker than what I was going for. It kind of just started off that way and I had to go with it. I did have to clean this one up quite a bit. It also got on my eyelashes a lot because it's super like liquidy. So I wouldn't call myself an eyeliner expert, but like I've been doing wing liner since I was in high school and I feel like it's something that I've really got down. So I definitely would not say this is something to use if you're not really that good at doing wing liner. I don't know. Maybe if you just used it without the wing, but I feel like it would also be really hard just to get a thin line. So I don't know about this. We'll see how it wears. It seems like a type of formula that would like flake off. I haven't used something like this liquidy in quite a while. I'll have to like update you guys on this eyeliner, but it's actually really opaque and pigmented, which I love, but the ease of application really just wasn't there. So if you're trying to do something quick, steer clear of that eyeliner. But like I said, pigmentation and opacity was great and it was pretty easy to clean up, so I'm not super mad at it. Next up, I have a new mascara. This is the Pacifica Black Crystal Supercharge Extending Mascara. I have tried the Pixi Dream Big and the Pixi, what's that other one? This one. And the Pixi Stellar Gaze. I like the Dream Big better than the Stellar Gaze. This one can flake and smudge a little bit on me. It's not horrible though, so I wanted to try this one out. I think it's new. I got the shade Black. Packaging is super cute. See what the brush looks like. Okay, it has one of those like fiber brushes, which I like the Dream Big mascara because it has one of those like hard type of plastic, which I feel like is good for lengthening, but we'll see how this works out. What does this say to do even? So it says, supercharged with quartz powder, this super black mascara uses a mica to add dimension. Strong precision brush help boost your lashes so they look longer than ever. Vitamin B and coconut help nourish. I'm really curious to see if this is the same brush. Okay, so it's actually a different brush than the Stellar Gaze. It's a little bit thinner, so that's good. I'm glad they didn't just use the same component. Okay, with one coat that wasn't horrible, gave me a nice amount of length and definition. It's not, maybe if we build it up we can get it to be a little bit more dramatic, but it's not as dramatic as I would prefer at the moment. Let's do the other eye. Okay, this eye went way worse for some reason. I don't know if it's because I got eyeliner on my lashes, but it's like having a really hard time like picking them up and bringing them up, if you know what I'm saying. And just try doing another coat on this eye. Okay, so this mascara is okay. It's not doing anything crazy, but it is nice. It's better than other ones I've tried. But I'm actually just going to go in with the Honest Beauty mascara and put that on my top and bottom lashes. This, they also have at Target, and I really love this mascara. So if you want, like, I think this one's a little bit more affordable, but I like this Honest Beauty one definitely better. I'll have to test that one out some more, but it wasn't horrible. It was not horrible. I will say it's super black, which is nice. Okay, so I'm happy where the lashes are at now. I have 3 different lip options here. 2 are from Honest Beauty. I have the lip crayon. This is the Demi Matte formula in the shade Fig, which is a nice sort of more mauve toned pink. And then we have the lip crayon in the shade Sheer Rose. That was hard to say. Which, as the name says, it's a bit more sheer, a bit more red toned. Which I feel like with the purple, this would look a little bit better, the Demi Matte one. And I also have a Well People Optimist Semi Matte Lipstick in Oh Yeah, which is sort of like a more bright pink. What do we think? I think this Honest Beauty Demi Matte would be really pretty because it has that purple tone to it, and we have that purple tone on our eyes. So I'm not gonna line my lips or anything. I'm just gonna hope for the best and put this on. Okay, so for being a Demi Matte formula, this is actually super emollient and it feels extremely comfortable on the lips. So if you don't like the feeling of a lip product, definitely check out these lip crayons. Because it is a crayon, it's harder to get more of a defined like lip line, so I did go in with a lip brush. But I'm gonna put on the Well People Oh Yeah that I mentioned on top of this just to see. I don't know. Just for a little bit more pigment. Okay guys, so that was it for this Target Clean Beauty look. It's giving me very 90s vibes for some reason. Like the glitter lids and like this color of lip. I don't know, I'm feeling it though. Let me know in the comments what you guys think of this look, and if you like these types of videos. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already. Also give this video a like if you enjoyed it, and I will see you in my next video.